Hello and welcome to CMS Forex News. I'm market analyst Nick Nassad. Today is Tuesday, July 7, 2009. We begin with some news from the Asian session. The Reserve Bank of Australia kept interest rates at 3% for a third straight meeting, as the country's low interest rates and government handouts have bolstered consumer spending, which has helped Australia to avoid a recession by growing in the first quarter. Still, the statement did say that with inflation low, there's still some scope for further easing of monetary policy if needed. The Aussie yen pair moved higher overnight, reaching the 76.60 area prior to the New York Open. But any sense of risk appetite from a rise in European stocks was doused in New York trading, as both European and US stocks turned negative, continuing a theme seen in the last three sessions. The Aussie paired its gains and fell to test its low from yesterday. The change from high to low amounted to about 180 pips. In the Eurozone, German manufacturing orders rose 4.4% in May, which was the largest jump in orders in almost 2 years. The figure was much higher than expectations and increases the chances that the Eurozone economy is on track for a gradual recovery. The German manufacturing news gave the euro-dollar a boost, helping a rally in the euro's favor from a low near 1.3915 to a high near 1.4050. However, as we saw in our earlier pair, risk sentiment soured in New York trading, and the euro gave up all of its gains, falling back to test its intraday low. In the UK, manufacturing production declined 0.5% in May, the first decline in 3 months. The data surprised forecasts, which were calling for a small increase for the month. The data here, unlike in Germany, suggests that the UK manufacturing sector remains mired in the grips of its recession. The weak UK production data pressured the pound during the European trading session, and it stumbled lower as a risk aversion swept in during the New York session. The pair's rally yesterday, following a steep fall, tested a level of support that may now have turned to resistance. Commodity currencies had a tough time of it today as well, as lower oil prices pressured oil shares, and new rules were being considered by the CFTC regarding speculators' positions on commodities. The US dollar-Canadian dollar pair showcased similar price action to some of the other pairs we have looked at. The pair hit an intraday low near 1.1540 on the back of risk appetite during the European session. However, with the Dow Jones Index falling 2% by the end of the day, the greenback rose 130 pips to retest its highs from yesterday. Tonight, the UK will release data on consumer confidence and retail prices. Japan, meanwhile, releases reports on machinery orders, bank lending, and its current account. Australia finishes off the Asian session with data on consumer sentiment and housing starts. Overnight, Switzerland releases its unemployment rate, the Eurozone posts revised figures for first quarter GDP, and Germany posts its industrial production. Tomorrow, the US will release data on consumer credit. And that wraps up today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us here at CMSFX.com, and happy trading.